This is Daniel, and basically I'm going to go through basically what the Pharisees and the scribes and all that, not what they're teaching. Basically, that includes people who are religious and bring out rules and all that, and anyone that brings up any kind of rule, people will rebel against it. People will rebel against any rule that any parent will bring them. Note that there's a terrible twos, and the reason why people have terrible twos, or the kids do, is because parents always bring up rules to their children that they should do certain things, and if they don't, there will be consequences. But we should also give them freedom, not with consequences. Well, freedom, but with just saying that if you do this, then there's guaranteed to be this consequence or the other one. Don't bring up rules, but bring up a freedom, but also bring up reasons for the freedom, because God gave us freedom, and we should too. But if we don't have freedom, then what does our flesh do? Is basically rebel against it. So my message is, I don't know, it just came up anyway. It's basically, I don't know. Like, for example, if you bring too many rules and a kid shouldn't, go outside, and you tell them never to go outside because it's too dangerous in the community, well, they'll be interested in going outside because they'll be wondering, hey, what's outside that's so dangerous? Our flesh actually responds to, what's so dangerous about that? Why do we do it anyway? Because the flesh is a rebellious tool. Because if people can't tell themselves, don't do this because it's banned, of course they're going to do it because they like banned things. And the reason why when alcohol was banned, basically people ended up, selling alcohol because, it was banned and people hated it. So the flesh rebelled, and when they banned alcohol sales boomed even greater, and there was even more alcohol than there used to be. But when they said, let's make the law, let's basically get alcohol back into order, there was less alcohol than before. Not judging because of the fact that there was a Great Depression, but still, there was less alcohol than before. Now, about marijuana. People say, oh, there's great amounts of marijuana everywhere. But back in the old days, I think there was more rebellion against the marijuana, but now that's basically now that people are just, told about it though, there have been religious groups that have been preaching against, oh, that's a bad idea, but then people rebelled against the religious groups with the marijuana because, it's bad and all that, which, yeah, I agree, but that's not the case, because if they say that's all bad, then of course people are going to use marijuana. Nowadays that the government they figured that maybe we should create the law for marijuana to be legal in certain ways. People will actually rebel in some sort of way against someone, but the government didn't realize that, that would be a mistake, and that they have actually made profits off of marijuana because of certain groups that I think they just spread across the United States. I don't know. And basically, marijuana now that it's legal, and now that people are preaching against it, now it's all over the place. And you can't just leave an area without smelling it because of these religious groups. So the Pharisee that Jesus is against doing things instead, they do it. They're like hypocrites. The flesh makes you a hypocrite if you go against the flesh. Only God can do that. So God gives us freedoms, but we should also know that there's a consequence for our freedoms. Now, in what way should we teach our children? Maybe just saying that if you want to see the other side of life, then go do that, and just give them a little bit of fear of what the reality of life is. Fear actually works, but godly fear works even greater wonders. So, if we fear God, then that'll work great wonders. Anyway, I think I'll be done now. Okay. All right. Bye.